going on, you guys? It's your boy Lone Wolf, and welcome back to another Dexter review. This is going to be a review of Dexter's New Blood Season 9, Episode 2. Yo, I have to say, this is not bad. I'm gonna tell you that this episode is pretty much highly expected. I was actually expecting a lot of answers, a very pickup from what we all left off. So this is gonna be a full spoiler warning. I'm gonna be pretty much talking about the episode all the way from beginning to end. I mean, of course, not in every detail, but everything what my thoughts is about it. So if y'all have not seen episode 2 yet, which most of y'all probably already saw, but if y'all haven't, I'm just giving y'all full warning. This will be a spoiler review. This is going to be full spoilers. All right, so y'all have like about 3 seconds to click out and give y'all a chance. Okay, all right, that's about it. So episode 2, we start out with Dexter and Harrison sitting on the table, silent with each other. So it's expected, because as y'all can see, Harrison has not seen his father in about 10 years, and Dexter is pretty much doesn't know what to say to the child that he abandoned. Court cases, all right. So what we have here, Dexter is pretty much, of course, like I say, he doesn't know where to explain himself, and Harrison wants answers like, "Where have you been, and why did you put yourself as, presume yourself dead?" Like, and Harrison was like, "Why? I was crying every time I go to sleep and everything." It was the biggest thing. It was the biggest hit of all, and most importantly, we finally got our answer of what happened to Hannah Mckay. It was a big shocking. I did not expect that. I thought he pretty much ran away, but we have confirmation that Hannah Mckay is dead. She passed away due to pediatric cancer. Yeah, I was completely shocked when we found out, and that's what led Harrison to find the note and found out that he was still alive. But my question is that what I completely assumed. I mean, I wonder at I don't know if this is part of the show or the depth, or if the showrunners or the directors, they probably kind of scratched off his grandparents or his step siblings, Aster and Cody, because you'd be expecting that he will actually be with Aster and Cody, his step siblings, his brother and sister and grandparents. But I guess this is part of either they probably forgot, maybe, because you hear that Harrison has jumped from foster care to foster care for the past 10 years. I guess for the past couple of years, because he did say she passed away 3 years ago. So that makes it about probably when he was like 15, I guess. Yeah, 15. Now he's supposed to be 18 now. He's a teenager. But yeah. So after finding all that out, he pretty much made his son's bed, and then the cops, he realized that he's been kind of like really, really rusty because he left blood on the snow, and while he was trying to cover it up, the cops come in. So pretty much the whole episode is about Dexter trying to cover his tracks. You know how Dexter is. He's smart, very calculated. He pretty much plays everyone's anxiety and search away, and then pretty much also tries to hide it from his son. So yeah, pretty much a lot was about them trying to find the Caldwell kid that he killed in the first episode, and we finally get to see the father who came in, who most likely, we don't even know if he is the villain, but we actually get our little sneak peek of our first antagonist in season 9, as we can see a woman who was trapped in a hotel when she was coming out of the shower. And this is my thing, like, I think that, like, this broad has got to be really dumb. Like, why would you eat strawberries and champagne knowing that you're not even fully aware who really, like, really stupid, knowing that you're not even fully aware who dropped the strawberries and champagne. Like, who does that? Like, and then she starts feeling sick, and after a while, and then all of a sudden she realized that the door is locked inside. There's no windows, and then she finally noticed the cameras. I don't even know if the cameras was revealed or maybe it was covered up. Maybe because all you know is that they're basically the room has been pretty much it's like almost been switched around. Really, they didn't really show much of it how he locked it from the inside and stuff if this cameras was actually if she could have seen it or before, but it doesn't matter. Otherwise, all we know is that the girl's pretty much dead for all we know it. You know how they do it when they show our first antagonist. They always got to show one of their victims and stuff, how they play it around, and then so we finally see our very sneak peek of our first antagonist. Well, most likely, I'm not sure if this. I highly doubt it's the father, the Caldwell father, basically. So because but who knows? You know how the show is. Show could be very twisted, and their story could be shifted. But we kind of like see the relationship between Dexter and the cop. When she found out that Dexter has a son, but you could see that she's pretty understanding. She wasn't trying to pry or anything into his past, because as she could say that she pretty much understands how, well, not Dexter, but Jimmy. She only knows him by as Jim. Very private on his life, and he's trying to put his past from behind and start all fresh, new start. Oh yeah, and let's realize that. Can we talk about how much of a horror flick that Deborah Morgan is? Like, she's sitting here like tapping the window with a bullet, and then she's like grabbing this man's face and just trying to snort it, put a bullet in his mouth. I'm like, golly, chill. She pretty much is so scared of that what he's going to do that she's pretty much gonna mess up Harrison's psyche. And we all know that Dexter, how much he truly cares about his son. Like, he would actually he goes as far as I'm trying to push him aside, because he doesn't trust himself around him. But I believe he's not going to do anything to his son. I'm sure that his son is the only thing that could actually prevent him from stop killing, which is completely true because we've all seen it the moment he was born. We saw how much he truly cares about his son. That is the one thing that's keeping him human, besides Rita and his sister, his father, basically people that he truly cares about. And like brother Sam and Hannah Mckay and stuff like that. We all see that he can actually become more human. And a lot of it has to deal with his father, who directed his urges to kill bad like serial killers and people, murderers and stuff like that. That all develops something. Like, it doesn't just develop his like turn him away from the bad things, for him to become detached and cold, but it also helps him develop some sort of humanity because he's protecting human lives. So yeah, we find out. So then, pretty much, we find out that they pretty much patch things together, him and his girlfriend, and then Harrison is. We can also I can pretty much tell that there's going to be a love interest between Harrison and the cop's daughter. So we all see that one coming, basically. But who knows? We don't know, and but yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Not really much that I can digest on this, but it's a very good episode. And then I like the ending too. The ending where we saw that he buried the body underneath the campfire, where everyone's like that. So yeah, Dexter, he's still on it. He can't. It's not like he could drive off and find a ocean in this area. They could be pretty much the one place they could find. It's not like it's Miami where they can move forward. So, but who knows? Well, not bad for an episode. And yeah, so And another thing is the fact that when they finally got to when Harrison, my other favorite part is the part where Dexter and Harrison finally have to talk, explaining what the letter meant, because what Harrison read was talking about that he was trying to, he's afraid that he might have dark temptations, and he thought that it was his son that have it, but it wasn't about his son. His son was completely fine. He was more worried about himself, because what happened to Deborah really put him in a dark place. Not since his not since Rita. We all saw what happened when Rita died. Man, I ain't gonna lie, that hit me too, because she was one of the most purest, most innocent woman, even though she is like mad naive. But that's the whole point. Like, even though she was naive to a lot of things, she was really the most innocent throughout the entire series. Like, Rita was just that light that Dexter needed. And that's why he loved her so much. That's why he was deeply affected by it, so heavy, because even though like he pretty much he blames himself completely, because now it's not so much that she was naive, it was the fact that how pure and innocent and how much of a good woman she really was, and he knows that he will never find that type of woman around, like he never found out. I mean, he could find that through Hannah and stuff like that, like he loved her and stuff like that, but not as much as like Rita. Rita definitely hit him a lot of a deeper effect. I mean, like when he found out that Hannah Mckay died, like yeah, he was affected. But when Rita died, that one was deeply affected, because that was so much guilt. Even though I mean, I'm sure he felt a lot more guilt that he wasn't there for Hannah Mckay when she died and stuff like that. But it was a lot more guilt, because like this is the woman that pretty much shine light to his darkness he never thought would be. He starts seeing flashbacks of them when they first got together, when they go on their own date, and then they have these conversations, about you know their demons and their struggles for one another. So that pretty much, like when seeing Rita died and his sister died, like he was in a dark place. He just didn't trust himself to raise his own son anymore, and it's completely understandable. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like he never wanted to leave his son, but what can you do when you have two of your most important people died right in your hands, and it was your fault? Like, you're not in a state of mind to even raise a child or be a parent. So it's completely understandable, and Harrison accepted it, and he was completely understandable of his father why he did what he did, even though he never couldn't believe it, but he finally got the answers he needs. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what do y'all think about Dexter. And my final score of this episode is 7 out of 10. Very good episode, nothing too big, but yeah, that's about it. Like I said, we'll see. I'll see y'all on episode 3, and make sure, like, once again, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notification, and comment down below to see what y'all think about the episode. All right, I'll see you on the next one. All right, see you on episode 3, guys. Peace.